What's up YouTube, CharminEXSoft here coming at you guys with another Witcher 3 Wild Hunt video. Now today I want to take some time to show you how to get the Cat School Elite Witcher gear. Now I've already shown you how to go ahead and get the Griffin School Witcher gear, so if you haven't seen it I will link it at the end. But this kind of gear, guys, is the best type of gear that you're going to find in the game. And there's three different schools. You have your Griffin School, you have your Cat School, and then you have your Bear School. And there also is Viper School swords, but that is just the swords, that's not armor included. So your three best sets of gear you're looking at, like I said once again, is your Griffin, your Cat, and your Bear. And I'm going to show you how to get the base set of Cat School gear, because the gear is upgradable, and in order to do the different upgrades where you're trying to get like your Superior or your Mastercraft Cat School gear, you're going to have to start with the base gear and then upgrade the base gear to each level as an enhanced, Superior, and Mastercraft. So you will need the base gear in order to go ahead and get this process started. Now you can go ahead and try to find the maps, but I'm going to show you where the first location is so you can do it without even needing a map to get the whole process started. So right away you're going to go over here to Novigrad, and you're going to see that this area over here, this scavenger hunt Cat School gear, is going to bring you to this little area if you did in fact find the map already. Now the problem is that this area is it is the right area, but it kind of leads you to this edge over here, and it's a little bit hard to figure out. But there is a chest over here, and this chest is not even part of that, so don't even worry about that chest. But if you kind of come to this area where it leads you to, you need to kind of backtrack. So you're going to go around with all these buildings, and you're going to go down some pathways. Just follow the path that I am leading you on, because there's actually a cave down there that you're trying to get into. So as you see, I'm kind of traveling more and more through this place, and I'm going to take this right over here, and I'm going to kind of actually go towards this building here with the different awning, okay? And when you get there, you're actually going to jump down to another lower ledge that you probably would have never noticed. But as you can see, I'm marking it right here on the map, so you can go right to that location if you want. But once you're at this location, then you're going to want to jump down, and then you are going to just follow the path around, and you will find another cave. Now, it's important to note that this is a little bit higher level gear, so you probably are going to have done the mission with the Witches of Brokeback Bog, I believe it's called. And you would have gotten that in that little artifact that kind of dispels enchantments. So you're going to need that in order to do this mission. Because once you kind of go here, it looks like the cave's a dead end, but you can see it's got that symbol right there letting you know that there's some kind of enchantment in the way. So you use that artifact, and then you will be able to go ahead and dispel it and go into the cave and venture even further. Now, this school gear, like I said, is a little bit harder to get than some of the other school gears because there's more to it. It's not as simple as just let's go up and get the chest. Okay, this one actually requires a little bit of work, so it's gonna be a little bit more lengthy. But once you get inside here, you're gonna come straight down here, and you will see that there is a golem towards the end. So the golem is something that you are going to be pretty much required to fight. You will have to get past him, but you don't have to go fight him first. In fact, there is actually a door over to the right that you will break through with an art sign if you want to. There's two chests in there, but they are not really all that important. Instead, what you are going to be really wanting to do throughout this thing is go over here to the left, where you can see I'm looking at right now, and you want to pretty much venture through this entire hallway, and eventually you're going to come to this room where you have this glyph right here on the rock. You can read the rune if you want. You can investigate the room. You can look around. A couple little things in here. Pick up some of the items that you see in here. There is actually a wraith, I believe, that's in here too, and once you go ahead and kill the wraith, then you pretty much can go ahead and solve the puzzle. Now, like I said, there is a puzzle to this room. You can see there's different levers and whatnot, and there's that wraith. So go ahead and kill that wraith. Just kind of make it easy, get rid of his ass, and loot everything else. But what you're seeing is there's actually a bunch of statues that kind of forming around that pit. You're going to be wanting to rotate these statues. Just keep spinning them, and you will see that they do turn. And what you're trying to do is actually get the statues to rotate all in the same direction, and you want them to actually look towards the center. See, every time you pull the switch, it just kind of spins. So it's going to take a couple of times, but basically, like I said, just make them all look towards the center. And once you get everybody to look towards the center, then you will see what's going to happen is the floor is going to open up to be a pool with a whole underwater type thing. So once you see it all open up and you see this whole pool, if you use your Witcher sense, you will see that there's a couple of neckers in there, and you're going to need to go ahead and kill them. So when you drop in, make sure you got yourself a crossbow ready and equipped to go ahead and kill these guys. And then you will actually go ahead and look around with your Witcher sense again, and you will find yourself some sort of skeleton down here. Basically, it's a body, a dead body that was killed by these guys, and on that body is a key. That is the important thing. So you're gonna have to have this key in order to get through the next area for this cat school gear. And it's basically, you just got about your halfway point right here once you've actually found that key. So here you go, you can see I have the key. Gonna go up, get out of here, and then you're just gonna leave the entire hallway the same way you came back in, and you're gonna go back out to that main room, and you're gonna want to go kick the crap out that golem. Okay, with golems, you know what you gotta do is just basically just duck around, dive around. They're not too hard. Just basically keep moving. Watch out for their big charge in advance on you, and make sure you're using your sign that puts on the shield, because it does help you stay alive. But like I said, you do have to be very, very cautious for that charge move that they do when they start swinging very wildly, because it takes a lot of damage off you. But basically, like I said, go ahead, kick the crap out that golem, and once you're done kicking the crap out this golem, then you can go ahead and use that key to advance to the next section. Now, after you went ahead and you've actually beat that golem, like I said, you're going to go up this staircase here, and you will see this door. Now, if you did not go to the left first and you just kind of went and killed the golem, it would say that the door is locked. But you've already went ahead and got your key, so now you can go ahead and save your game. That's what I like to do, just because you go through here and you don't want to die and have to do it all over again. And just unlock your door, and then get through here, and you will see that there's a cat statue down there, and it is basically got a guy over there meditating. So basically, just kind of go down here, and you'll see that guy. He's going to want to fight you, so go ahead and kick the crap out of him, and just have some fun with it. He is actually pretty easy to beat. I mean, he's not hard or anything like that. He's kind of more so like a normal dude. He does have some Witcher signs and whatnot. Just basically do the same kind of stuff, tuck and rolls, you know, just go ahead and hit some fast attacks and power attacks. Nothing too spectacular, nothing too crazy. He is a level 17, so keep that in mind if you are a lower level trying to get this gear, that he is a little bit on the harder side for a level 17. And then you just kind of go ahead, like I said, kick the crap out of this guy, and when you are done, then you will go ahead, look around, search the room if you want to, but ultimately you want to search that guy's body, because that burnt up looking crispy dude is actually holding the gear that you're looking for. As you can see right here, that is the cat school gear. It's called feline gear, so it's feline trousers and gauntlets and boots and all that stuff. And he actually has a book. Like all the other locations, you'll see that there's actually a book on him, and you are going to want to read that book, because anytime you find gear from all the different schools, the book or the notes or whatever that is also found with it will actually give you the locations for the next set that you're looking for, or even just the more gear to complete the set. As you can see, that's 4 of 7 right there. So as I go ahead and read this book, then it's going to actually put up marks on my map to let me know where the other items are for the entire cat school gear. So as you see, it was 4 of 7. I'm actually missing 3 things, and what I'm missing is the silver sword, the steel sword, and there's actually a crossbow for the cat school gear, and that crossbow is pretty badass. So after that, like I said, go ahead and find those other locations on your maps. Go ahead and get the rest of that gear. It's not too difficult. And then go back over here to Top Notch Swords, the guy who always talks about how swords are awesome apparently, but he doesn't apparently make them. I don't understand it. I still can't ever grasp that. Top Notch Swords, but we don't sell swords. Alright, so here's all the gear, and basically talk to him. He has enough in the sets of he's a journeyman or better, and he can craft out all your gear, and you can see that the gear is pretty good. Now, if you're looking why you see I have red stats on these, that's because I'm currently wearing the 2nd upgrade Griffin gear. But in all honesty, I believe the cat school gear is going to be way better. This is the base cat school gear that you're seeing. I'm swapping out my enhanced Griffin school gear, which is, like I said, the Griffin school gear is level 2, basically. It's not just the base Griffin school gear. It's level 2 Griffin school gear. And I'm going to swap it out for the base cat school gear, because this is obviously going to be better, because it is light armor. And light armor is going to give you no penalties. In fact, it's going to give you an advantage. You're going to get an increased stamina regeneration bonus, whereas Griffin school gear is not going to give you any bonuses or debuffs. It's going to be just standard, because Griffin school gear is medium. So I'm going to prefer the light armor for that ability to get more stamina regeneration. But after you've got your armor crafted out, then you can go right around the corner here from the bank, and you will find that there's another blacksmith, and he will actually go ahead and craft out the swords. You can also craft crossbows and stuff like that, but there's going to be a thing here I'm going to show you. When you look through the swords and the crossbows, the swords are at the right level, right around 13. You can go ahead and start crafting these out, and they are pretty good. But the crossbow is probably one of the best crossbows here in the game, and it is like a level 29, so it will take some time for you to be able to use that if you are under level 29. But here's all the gear. You can see what it looks like. This is the complete set of Elite Witcher School Cat School gear, and it's pretty badass. I think you guys will really enjoy it. And if you guys like the videos and you guys found this helpful, please feel free to go ahead and slap that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. And you guys can also follow me on Twitter for all my YouTube updates. I'm CharminEXSoft saying, y'all come back now, you hear?